You know, I thought very long and hard on what I'm going to say on what happened last weekend, and I've been pretty hesitant to speak my mind up onto this subject, but let's talk about Charlottesville.
They all flow down here.
Hey everybody, this is Atticus the Death Meddler. Before I start the subject of this video, I just want to make things absolutely clear with a big, bold disclaimer as well on the description below. Please watch the whole video before you make any assumptions onto what I believe on what happened in Charlottesville. I have no love for Nazis. I have no love for commies, but what I do have love for is the First Amendment, and it was completely bastardized on August 12th. So with that said, let's get to it. So of course, the topic of this video is going to be on Unite the Right that happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. And the reasons why this whole gathering took place was the fact that they were going to tear down the Confederate monument of General Robert E. Lee. And if you haven't been following the news as of late this year, a lot of Confederate monuments have been taken down, mostly in New Orleans. And I have a big fucking problem with that. Now, most of you are going to say, oh, you're a racist. No, I'm not. I am someone who absolutely loves history. And them taking down Confederate monuments just goes to show not only did the Civil War happen, but slavery did not happen. And I think it serves as a reminder of what happened during those times when brothers fought against brothers in the Civil War. And with that said, Unite the Right became a thing. Now, do I agree with that neo-Nazis and Klan members amongst other right-wing groups were in that faction to protest on the taking down of the Lee Monument? I'm pretty mixed on that, because obviously there were a lot of pictures of Nazis with swastikas, you know, there were Klan members there and white nationalists, and in some ways I felt pretty uneasy that there was a rally like this happening. But do they have the right to gather and to protest? Absolutely. And I know a lot of you are going to jump the gun on me saying that I'm a Nazi sympathizer, but you know what? Some black guy and Autopsy 87 had taken the same stance, because obviously they care about free speech as much as I do.
I can't believe I have to say this, but it's not okay to punch Nazis.
Here in America, we have a phrase for hate speech. It's called free speech. It doesn't matter how offended I get by it. I should not be denied the right to hear it, and the person who wants to say it should not be denied the right to say it.
And what happened was an absolute shitstorm. Now, I knew from the gut feeling that what was going to happen at the Unite the Right rally was going to be an absolute shitstorm. And I was right. 20 people were injured by a car crash, and one counter-protester was dead, and not to mention 2 officers died in a helicopter crash for some unknown goddamn reason. And it was just absolute shit. It was an absolute shit show. And I was furious. I was absolutely furious. What made me furious about the Unite the Right rally was how it was handled and people's reactions to it. Because obviously, and I hate to say this, those people, they had a permit to do a protest. But at the last minute, it was revoked. And what happened next were the events that you saw. Seeing that car plow into those counter-protesters. An absolute bloodbath. and the reactions over to people saying, oh, let's punch and dox Nazis, while the same guys praising and cheering on for Antifa. Like, you have to realize that we also fucking hate communists. But I'm just at a loss of words. I'm at a fucking loss of words on how you claim to hate Nazis. You praise the ever-loving fuck out of commies and shit. I'm just absolutely fucking disgusted by it. Also, the factor that you're going to take matters into your own hands, into dismantling Confederate monuments, desecrating the graves of Confederate soldiers because fuck white supremacy, fuck white privilege, and fuck racism, just goes to show that you definitely want people on your side. No, it's actually going to make the people that were at the Unite the Right rally have even much more causes to do their own thing. So, good on ya. You shot yourself in the fucking foot with a fucking shotgun, you dumbasses. And yes, I do have a big problem with monuments being taken down, whether it be positive and or negative, especially towards communist monuments across the world, as much as I have a humongous disdain towards communism and their monuments and art that they've left behind. They should not be taken down. They should be left up there as a reminder of what these horrific communist leaders thought they were doing, creating a utopia, but ended up being a dystopia. And those monuments should serve as a reminder of those painful memories that they should never be thought of again, that communism should not be used in those countries again. Also, another thing I like to say, I just love how most of you people, especially on Twitter and Facebook, are going around with the punch a Nazi rhetoric, as well as actually doxing these people. Look, I have no love for Nazis, and especially for doxing, but the factor that you think that they're gonna shut up once you sucker punch them in the fucking face, it's not gonna make them shut up. They're actually still gonna have that mindset, and they're gonna be a lot more pissed off and to be a lot more emboldened to their cause. Also, the moment where you fucking dox these people is the moment in where you have no fucking moral high ground, because obviously that's kind of what the Nazis did, where they basically silenced their oppositions back in the days and stuff. Yeah. And also, I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of Facebook statuses saying, it's 2017, and why are there Nazis? Why are they Nazis? This is not okay. Why are they here? Maybe the reason why they gathered so much at the Unite the Right rally was maybe because of the anti-white rhetoric that has been spewed out for so many years. And a lot of you people have been spewing that anti-white rhetoric with no care in the world. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, this rhetoric has been spewed out for so many years.
Scan the internet and you're bound to see racial pride hashtags and movements. But there's still one pride movement that's considered a serious faux pas. Can you guess which one? Whiteness. Whiteness is being white. It's racism. 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 Whiteness. Racially insensitive about cultural appropriation, doing the intersection. Where he's racist? It's in an oppressive culture problem with cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation. We're all racist with white supremacy. White marginalized people by a white system and oppressed them. Really, really white.
I'm racist. That's not racist. I'm racist.
Hell no, that's not racist.
You've never experienced oppression in your entire fucking life. Neither have I.
You don't know me.
You're fucking a white male.
So?
You're a white man.
White people don't know what it's like to be poor.
That's right. Bullshit.
That's what Bernie Sanders said.
It's the same thing. Yes, all white people are fucking racist because you all are growing up in a racist system. If you have the superiority complex, you are a racist, okay? You think you're better than me, and you feel like you have a right to come on my YouTube channel and come in my black space and try to correct me, and that is all of you. Yet again, if you're not working to unlearn it, then it's motherfucking you too. It's all of you. This is a racist microaggression, and it's a form of white supremacy. Period. Okay? Period. Don't come in my black space trying to correct me, trying to fucking tell me how it's not all white people, this, that, and the third. Yes, it is all white people. It is all fucking white people. Stop trying to hit me with these racist ass micro fucking aggressions.
Save me right now from you.
Right, well, nobody has to save you because you're a fucking white man who gets to do whatever he wants to in this space, right?
Okay.
So I'm saying, no, you do not have permission to walk around videotaping women of color and acting like you can do that and the rest of us can't.
Do you owe reparations?
Absolutely.
Why you say that? Wait, who is you?
Daryl Shepley.
Uhuru Barrel. Now, you owe me some money. Okay, you owe me reparations.
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because every freedom that I have and have taken for granted for my entire life has been made possible by wealth that my ancestors stole.
Uhuru. Good.
To kill a white baby. The less white babies on this planet, the less of you we got, boo.
The blood is on
I hope they kill all the white babies. Kill them all right now. Kill them. Kill your grandkids. Kill yourself. Coffin, bitch. Go lay in the coffin.
Turn your goof ass around. Turn your goof ass. Cut your fucking tongue. Hey, fuck Trump, bitch. Fuck Trump, bro. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. Yeah, fuck Trump.
And you are baffled into why so many of them gathered up into Charlottesville. Most of all of those right-wingers, those neo-Nazis that you claim to hate so much, they used to be normal white folks that just lived out their normal lives. But they were hit with a barrage of anti-white rhetoric telling them that they're racist regardless of whether they tell you that they are completely not racist, but you tell them anyways, beyond logic, beyond reasoning, tell them that they should check their privilege. And that rhetoric probably made them say, you know what? If they're saying that I'm a racist, then I should just, join these alt-right factions, these neo-Nazi factions, because you know what, fuck it. And also into Europe with the mass immigration comes around, many Europeans are just very concerned, have complaints, saying, hey, why the fuck are you letting all these people in with no care in the world? Why did this terrorist attack happen, especially in Barcelona? Why is my daughter coming at my front door completely fucked over, telling me that she's been gang raped? And you tell them, you're racist, you're a Nazi, you should just shut the fuck up and be more tolerant. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why that a lot of these people joined far-right factions, because of that. You created this. This is all your fault. And we are going to have to reap what you have sown. You created this, regressives, and we're all gonna have to suffer the consequences of it. What I am seeing before my eyes is just an absolute shit show. I am seeing the years of lead, which was far left and far right wing groups in Italy, at each other's throats, and the Italian people suffered in the line of fire, as well as the Cultural Revolution, with these Confederate monuments being taken down. As a lover of history, this absolutely pisses me off to so many levels. I could care less about the Confederacy. I could care less about the Union. But these monuments were up there for a reason, because both sides fought for what they believed in. And I think it's important that we learn about the Civil War. And the factor that you're dismantling these monuments just goes to show that you are revamping the Cultural Revolution. Because back in the Cultural Revolution in China, a lot of monuments and historical figures and documents of the past were completely eradicated by Mao Zedong's Red Guard. And a lot of those monuments had to be rebuilt the best of their ability. The people that went through the Cultural Revolution are still traumatized on what happened to them and what they did to their own folk.
Teachers were the target of the political campaign.
Mao keep taught us they have to receive the re-education by the worker and peasant. My female teacher, I love. One boy went to her bedroom and lead so many people. She went there to cut her hair. I went there too late. The hair has been cut already. He was humiliated, and I couldn't help. I couldn't rescue her. Shame on me. Shame on me.
And I am seeing it in my American soil. And Trump said this very perfectly. Once those Confederate monuments are taken down, Washington monuments, Jefferson monuments are going to be taken down next because they own slaves. I see that happening next.
George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down, excuse me, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. Now we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history. You're changing culture.
But what do I know? I'm just some privileged fucking white male. Instead of just punching Nazis, instead of just doxing Nazis, instead of just doing all that, why not just talk to these people? Actually strike up a conversation and stuff. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but you know what? In some ways, it worked with an individual by the name of Daryl Davis. And you probably haven't heard of Daryl Davis, but I think you should know on who Daryl Davis is, because he talked with 100 or so Klan members by just sitting down and being friends with them. And you know what? All those Klan members disavowed the Klan.
If you spend 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, with your arch enemy, you will find that you have something in common with him or her. And if you spend 10 minutes, you'll find you have something else in common. What kind of music do you like, Jeff?
All kinds of music.
Yeah?
Rock, hardcore, oi, RAC, Rock Against Communism.
And do you realize that rock was invented by black musicians?
Oh, we're not going to go
Oh,
there.
yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Yes, my brother, we're going there.
By just talking to them. That is awesome. Sometimes, in this day of age, we just need a little bit of love in this divided times. And just seeing someone like Daryl Davis do something like that, it's beautiful. Sometimes we just need a little bit of love. Oh, and I'm also not fucking surprised that Sean King would ever make a status like that. With any redeeming qualities that you have, Sean King is completely lost when you say you fully support communism and Antifa, because communism made the Third Reich look good. This is not me downplaying Hitler's Third Reich. This is just me saying the cold hard truth. Because obviously, communism was fucked up. Sean King, you're a fucking horrible human being. Now before I end this video, I just want to leave things on a very positive note. I like to give a shout out to the blackened death metal band Veld. They're a three-piece band from Belarus as well as Poland, and I just think that they are absolutely fucking awesome. If you like bands like Behemoth, Belphegor, Goat Whore, Hate, Necronomicon, Noctum, this is definitely the band for you. Please check them out on their Bandcamp, Facebook. Please support the band. As you know, I love supporting metal bands. On my channel, I got all of this stuff on the description below, so please check them out. Honestly, this shit right here brings tears to my eyes. As much as I hate Klansmen and Nazis, they did have the right to do their protest at Charlottesville. Many people will say that they take the blame on both sides, which some ways it's true. I'm not downplaying the guy that ran over those people. Obviously what he did was absolutely wrong and he should be condemned. but I mostly condemn the mayor for revoking their permit to protest and having the police lead those people into the fray and just have them beat the shit out of each other. And thus, a counter-protester had to die and 2 officers had to die on that day. The blood is on the mayor's hands. And a lot of people have been saying, oh, there's going to be a civil war happening. In some ways, they're right. Because the political climate, as of right now, is just so imbalanced. It is a pressure cooker waiting to explode. I mean, I've talked about SJWism, how it's ruining the political climate in America. And obviously, the alt-right became a thing. And now, those 2 sides are at each other's throats. And it's gonna get much worse. And I predict much more. This is just the beginning. And all of us are gonna have to deal with being caught in the fire. Things are getting a lot worse. I just know it. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus, the Death Metaler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. Keep it metal. And please, people, stay safe out there. Have a wonderful day, folks.